For our last creative session, I'm going to go ahead and explore a very deep or long-rooted prompt. And it's a unique one because I remember specifically within our campus, we have quite a few car fanatics. So I've gone ahead and created a prompt that you can use for any vehicle and show off some AI art. So let's set up our prompt and I'm going to paste the prompt in. Now, bear with me before you all freak out. I will try and break down this prompt as much as possible. So the very first thing is I'm going to include a car. So in this case, I'm going to choose a BMW M5 competition. And I've left a second bracket there where you can go ahead and perhaps include some particular styling of the car. So what I'll do is I'll make it a race car with wide body kit. And then from there, I've got the rest of my prompt, which is highly related to the camera angle and the camera shots, along with exquisite detail, dynamic pose, cinematic color grading, portrait photography, shot on a 50mm lens, ultra wide angle, depth of field, highly detailed, beautiful, color coded, insane details, intricate details, beautifully color graded, cinematic color grading. So I'm using those words repetitively because I want Midjourney to take this down the route of a car that's not necessarily AI looking, but rather it's been shot in a place where a person has set up the car in a particular style or manner. And then I've included things like shutter speed. I've included the f-stop, white balance, the super resolution. And then I've also included things like Pro Photo RGB. And I've specified particular parts of the car that I'm interested in. So the half rear light, I've included lighting, cinematic lighting, glows, shadows, shimmering, post-production, because the best images we see of vehicles are usually ones that have insane detail and intricate post-production techniques applied to it. So let's go ahead and hit enter. And what I'll actually do is pull the entire prompt and of course use the shorten function to allow you to take the prompt and perhaps use it for yourself. So we've had the original prompt come back, and if you look at this, it looks absolutely amazing. It genuinely looks like this shot has been set up, particularly this first quadrant. I really like that image. It's a TRW orange M5 competition. Looks like a set piece where the lighting, everything has been positioned perfectly. We've also got a running theme happening throughout the three quadrants, so quadrant 2 and quadrant 4. It looks absolutely amazing. I could take those 4 images and truly pass those off as artwork that I could use in a TikTok, I could use in a website, I could use as channel art if I run a car YouTube channel, for example. But let's go ahead and look at some of the shortened versions, and they're also pretty good. So if you look at this prompt here, BMW M5 competition, race car, wide body kit, dynamic pose, cinematic color grading, portrait photography, 50mm lens, ultra angle detail, beautifully colored, insane graded. So you'll notice that a lot of the vehicle images, you should definitely lean into the color grading aspect of it, because that's truly what makes anyone who is in the car industry, their images pop, especially when applying post-production techniques within vehicle style of photography. This looks absolutely amazing. Again, we've got a common theme occurring, and look how simple the prompt is. BMW M5 competition, race, wide body kit, cinematic, grading, 50 coded. Once again, we've got some stunning images. This one down here in the third quadrant, I'm going to go ahead and hit upscale on that. Another set of amazing images. Midjourney does an absolutely beautiful job at this. I'm going to go ahead and also upscale the image in quadrant 1. And there's currently a feature that has been released within Midjourney as we are creating this video, and it's called the panning feature, which is only applied on upscale images. So as you can see, I've got my 2 upscale images. Underneath each upscale image, you get a left, right, up, and down pan. And what this basically does is if I click on any of these buttons, it will pan the image in that particular direction. So let's go left on this particular image, and let's go down on this particular image, and then we can see the results. It's worth mentioning that this function itself at the time of recording is currently in beta. Therefore, I assume it will get better over time. But if we look at the first set of images that have come back, and the pan left works pretty well, we can see that there's a slight zoom out that's been applied, but overall it's created a completely new section towards the left of the image, and it's pushed the vehicle back whereby I would personally use quadrant 2 and quadrant 4. And where I've selected pan down, it's actually changed the aspect ratio. Therefore, it might be a wise idea if you are using this function to specify the aspect ratio you're interested in. But we can start to see the flaws in this beta model already. As we've asked Midjourney to pan the image down, rather than moving the actual camera angle down, it's created more of a runway. And even in the fourth quadrant image, it's actually duplicated what seems to be another version of the M5. So something that is currently still work in progress. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed these 3 creative lessons or creative sessions. And feel free to use any of the prompts throughout the Midjourney lessons and these creative sessions. Manipulate them in any way you want. Get used to practicing prompts, text to image, and reverse engineering.